to living in a trailer park life with her 2 wheels. I don't know if it's just me, but looking outside and seeing motorcycles and a waterfront view, can't beat it. I figured for this half of the video, I just kind of keep it real with you guys, show you how we've been living in our toy hauler, and see what happens at the end of the day, because I have a pretty exciting thing that I get to do. So, all right, this is our toy hauler. It's a little dark. I don't feel like turning the lights on, but we got Midgie on the floor. Look at her. Absolute unit. Aren't you the cute? I know. The cutest little monster. And then if you guys are interested, this is my little office setup. So we have our folding down couch, a little chair there, and then I have a little table. She's the star of the show. But this is where I've been, you know, answering emails, editing, all of that jazz. And then in the kitchen here, it's kind of hard to cook. So I think I'm going to actually cook dinner outside, which I'm pretty excited about. I haven't done that yet. We've been doing like a lot of going out to eat, and good lord, I can't afford it anymore. Like, Florida is expensive. Going out to eat is expensive. I'm surprised I'm not skinnier because I can't keep doing this. But I'm making some coffee. I brew normal coffee in a coffee roaster, and then I let it cool off and I pop it in the fridge for iced coffee. And if you guys were wondering what we do for fresh water, our water pump connected outside is hooked up to a filter, so that like the water from the ground comes through a filter, and then I put it into a Brita filter. So I actually need to refill this little guy, and then that filters into the pitcher. We just put the pitcher in the fridge, and then I use the filtered water to make ice cubes, coffee, fill the cat's water, obviously our drinking water. And it's been great. I mean, it tastes delicious. I don't know why I don't have a Brita at my own house, but it's been going good. I think we're really finally acclimating to camper life. You know, when you come from a house that's like a little over 2,000 square feet into a maybe 500 square foot camper, you gotta do some adjusting. Oh, fun fact, this is not the smallest house that Jordan and I have ever lived in together, and we used to have a dog back then, so sharing this space with him and a cat, not the worst. Oh, and guess what I finally got, and I'm actually pretty excited and a little embarrassed with how much we've been needing this. I'll show it to you later in the video as well, but yeah, we've been blowing breakers left and right with the appliances and stuff that I use to cook. So we've learned, like, when I want to make coffee, we can't run the TV, we can't run the space heater, and I can't turn the light on over the counter. So I finally got a power bank. It's been sitting here charging, and I'm gonna show you guys what we're using it for later in the video, but heck yeah, boondocking just got a little bit easier. Well, I prefer cooking outside because the inside smells terrible when you try to cook anything other than just like basic stuff. But our little plug-in for cooking electric is right here, and the bikes are in the way, and I just didn't want to be that close to the camper. So the nice thing about the tacos I'm about to make is I can just plug in right here on the picnic table. As someone who relies heavily on a power bank to keep my devices charged on the go, I recently acquired the Oupes Mega 2 power bank. The Mega 2 boasts an impressive 30,000 milliampere capacity, ensuring that I can charge my smartphone, cameras, and computers multiple times over. With a reliable battery voltage and a durable battery type, the Mega 2 also excels in terms of battery cycles, proving its long-lasting performance and efficiency. One feature that particularly caught my attention is the alternating current charging functionality. The versatility continues with solar charging. It's a game changer if you own a solar panel. The expandable battery charging option is a true standout. Connecting up to 4 expansion batteries to the Mega 2 can elevate its capacity to an impressive 10,240 watt-hours. This flexibility makes it perfect for various scenarios, from RV living like myself to off-grid adventures. Additionally, the uninterruptible power supply backup function adds an extra layer of reliability. For example, I connected my laptop to the Mega 2, cut the power supply, and was pleased to find that my device was still running seamlessly. The Oupes app enhances the user experience further, allowing me to monitor usage and control settings conveniently. So if you guys didn't catch one of my recent videos, we are completely not set up to boondock in our camper parked behind me. We thought about looking into investing into a solar power system or even a generator, but at the end of the day, that's not the kind of living like we're gonna actively be doing in our camper. So that is why we ended up going with the Oupes Mega 2 power bank station. I've had my eyes on power banks for quite a while now. They haven't been realistic for the type of travel that I do because I ride motorcycles, I like to go camping, and having a power bank would be wonderful, but I didn't realize how bad I actually needed it until we started traveling with our motorcycles in the toy hauler. I've just found that it's incredibly easy. I wouldn't call it lightweight. This thing's about 65 pounds, but lightweight enough for me to move around. And the thing that I like about this over something like a generator, while we're traveling, we can have this fully charged and charging in the truck since it comes with so many different charging cables. All I really need is to be able to power my laptop, recharge my camera batteries. I can come outside and cook, as you just saw. I don't like cooking in the camper because it smells terrible, and I don't like having the only power option is like right up against my camper because I've had grease splatter and all of that. So being able to come out to a picnic table and plug right in and cook has been absolutely amazing. If you guys would like to check out this product for yourself, I do have a 5% off link down in the description below. Forever grateful for opportunities like this, so thank you so much, Oupes, for sponsoring this video. Now I need to clean up and head into something super, super fun. For the first time in my life, I am learning about the Mecum Automotive Auction, and this is a crazy experience. Of the video, it's my very first time ever at the Mecum car show here in Kissimmee in the Orlando area in Florida, and I have David with me kind of giving Jordan and I a rundown, a little behind the scenes into what this car show really is. And from what I have seen in the 50 yards that I've walked, it's amazing.
Yeah, good morning. So this is Mecum Kissimmee. This is Osceola Heritage Park. This is 200 acres. 20 years ago, we were in a corner over there with one tent and 400 cars. We're at 900,000 square feet of tenting now and 4,400 cars. We'll do, last year we did $235 million in sales, so we'll hopefully hit that or break that. It's the first auction ever in the history of doing back-to-back $200 million auction in consecutive years.
And did you hear that 900,000 square feet of tents? Just tents. Yeah.
Just tents.
That's intense.
I heard there's some pretty rare Enzo Ferraris here.
Yeah, very Enzo. Yeah, so there's the room, which we call it.
The room, yeah.
The room.
I heard about it on the radio.
Yeah, the room is a room full of Ferraris with only 8 or 9 Ferraris in there, valued about $100 million.
I heard you're the guy to get us into the room.
We could do that.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
I mean,
for research purposes only.
You don't ask the
So we are at the Dodge Action, I don't even know what to call this. This is like pressure testing and stress testing these vehicles. So these cars behind me are actually off the showroom floor, completely stock, and we get to go sit in as passengers and rip around the lot. Can I sit up here? Ready, Freddy.
reserve and how much cheers to the good 30, how many did it?
Oh wow, now this is a shot.
20 pounds, I'm going to do 20, somebody get 15 pounds, I got it started. Somebody get 10 pounds, I got it in. 10, 14 pounds, and 14 pounds, and 15 pounds, I got it in. 14 pounds of dollars. Anybody get 14 pounds and $500? 14.5, 14.5, 15 pounds and $1,000. You want to get 20? So 19 pounds and $500. Call reserve. Yes. Number 2, 1 and 2, not a bag of the day 10. 9 pounds and not a 10, a bag of the day 9, going to be 10. 10, 12, 11, 5, 12. You ready? 11, 5, 12, wait time. 11, 5, going to be 12 pounds and dollars. Anybody else? So 11 pounds, hit it hard. Hit it again. So 11 pounds and $500. Paul got. On the block now showing his hot L113.
I sold a truck! I sold a truck! That was so cool! Obviously this place is incredibly overwhelming, but I think one of just like my favorite aesthetics of the stuff that I'm seeing here is stuff like the Ford Bronco. The old school Ford Bronco. Now that overlanding is kind of becoming more of a obviously popular thing, I prefer function over status. I don't know, that's the thing that's hard about these things is like, obviously these cars are super rare, beautiful, low miles, amazing, but I'm also like, cool, that's cool. That's cool. It's unrelatable, unattainable to somebody like myself. So it really makes it hard for me to actually appreciate these things. Jordan, what did
look at the back too.
What did you just Jordan, what did you just discover?
What? I like the Jeep. No, I don't know.
Okay, we got a little overland Jeep with a built-in swimming pool in the back. Look at this. Oh, you look so majestic in the reflection. Watch out, there's gators in there. If it's wet, there's gators. A gator and an LS. Well, good morning. Welcome to the next day filming in my not very aesthetic camper, but I was in the middle of editing this video and I kind of came to the conclusion that I didn't really tell you how the hell I ended up on stage slamming the gavel and selling a vehicle at the Mecum auctions. And the honest truth that I didn't even know what the Mecum auction was until probably 24 hours before showing up. So total transparency, no, I was not familiar with the name, but I have seen the televised presentation of that auction before. So after I finally figured out like where we were, what we were doing, I was like, oh yeah, I know this. I didn't know what it was in the time. It was so incredibly overwhelming, and like I said in the video, like unfathomable how much money is just hanging out in these parking lots. Like, it's, for someone like myself, I can't even, it feels fake. It's just like somebody's like, oh, that's $1 million car and this is a blah blah blah, and I'm like, that's awesome. I will never see that much money in my life. So that was probably the one part where, again, like when I go to these custom bike shows and stuff like that, it doesn't register in my brain what makes these cars different and special other than just the customization, the history, or the price tag. Because when I look at purchasing anything, and I understand that people aren't buying these cars because they want to drive them, like these are all collectors, and that's 100% justifiable. I support it, but I have a really hard time wrapping my head around it. So while I was walking around, my eyes were just kind of glazed the whole time. I was like, wow. The reason I ended up I didn't know this was gonna happen. Everything like totally happened by surprise. Jordan and I were even actually on the fence of whether or not we were gonna go to the event because it was like a little over an hour away from where we were, and we just didn't like, we've been to 1.5 million car shows, and I was like, is it just another car show? Because like, I'm good. I don't want to drive that far just to look at cars in a parking lot. And little did I know, like I was really ignorant about that. But I actually saw one of my really good friends was at the event the day before we were going, and she was in the room. I saw it on her Instagram story. So shout out Bree for helping Jordan and I get in and really hooking us up with an amazing tour. David works for the company. He was an amazing tour guide, but yeah, it was just so much overwhelming information to have like a little 5-cent tour that turned into like $1 million tour basically. So I had DM'd my friend on Instagram and I was like, oh no way, you're there. We were thinking of going tomorrow. And then the next thing I know, she's like, hey, I got you guys tickets if you want to go. Just, you know, hit up this person and then you'll be set. So we were like, well, you can't beat free tickets. Let's go check it out. And then, yeah, we started on that tour and it blew my mind. Once we went back into the actual auction room, David was like, hey, do you want to go slam the gavel? You're going to go slam the gavel. And I was like, I thought he was joking. I was like, I don't think so. And he's like, no, seriously, come follow me. And I was like, I'm going to do it wrong. Like, that's how I was so nervous up there. Like, my mouth went dry. I was sweating. And of course I had to like raise my arm up in the air. And I was like, oh God, I hope I'm not pitting out. So anyway, that's just kind of the context of this video. I hope you guys have enjoying these more lifestyle vlogs with me. I am very excited about the opportunities that I've been having while I'm down here in Florida. I'm pumped that I got the Oupes Mega 2 power bank. I've been using that nonstop since showing it to you earlier in this video. And it's just it's really been, we've been watching the weather and seeing like Ohio is just under sleet and snow and rain and wind. And I'm like, yeah, we made the right choice. There for a couple weeks we weren't sure if it was worth it, but it feels like it's worth it now. So alrighty, in the next video you guys, we're hopping on a motorcycle. I have some super fun, exciting things coming up in the end of the month. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are slowly growing. I would hope to get to 200,000 subscribers this year, and it would mean the world to me if you could help me get there. So until my next video, thank you so much for watching this one. You guys be good, and I'll see you later.